Sorry, my phone ran out of space for a second. Anyways, so that's kind of like what Derrida, I think, was trying to say, is that in all situations, an utterance is performative. And finally, the last one is talking about the institution of family as performative. And so I think this is interesting because I think it does make me look at my relationship with my family and recognize that even in just like a biological sense, like there is a level of performativity that comes into my role as the son in my family, the only son in my family. And I did like, let me see if I can find the exact point that he said, because I was just looking at it. Oh, maybe this might have just been the point that was in the question. Yeah, I think it was. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of there is a lot of performance within the role of a family altogether. And I think that within the family, especially in our society, that there are certain structures that do reinforce certain power structures. For example, the dad being the head of the household, the mother having a role of, this nurturing, sort of loving, I guess, caretaker, and the son being basically the heir to protect the family. There's from the jump, there's already a sort of structure of how things should work and where the power is directed to. And I think that within family stories that there's also, I guess, I don't know. I guess I'm showing my cards here. This part I was a little confused on. The idea of where family, I guess, would play into a lot of these things. But I do think that it's interesting when they point out, things like family values. I think that's interesting because we hear that a lot talked about in like today's political sphere, this idea of family values, whatever this is supposed to mean. But it's very like, I don't know. It shows that even within like the family, like there is a power structure that does exist that can be quite reinforced by society. It can have a very external and quite frankly political power structure that can be at play. And if you incorporate things like varying sexualities within a household, that only complicates it even further. But yeah, I do think that this might have been one aspect that I was a little bit confused on. I wasn't quite as deep into this one. Plus, like I said in my last video, I'm a little sleep deprived, so I don't think I'm just grasping information the way that I should. But I do think that that's kind of what I grabbed from that. It was more like how there is almost like a seeming like political structure that can be found at play. But yeah, so that's what I took away from the Bell response. I know it's not my best responses that I've given, but again, I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep over the past like 3 days, so just don't beat me down too hard. Thank you.